Hi, welcome back or welcome to my channel. If you're new, my name is Laura. Hi, hello, welcome. Today we are going to do it's almost the finale of the Pan Those Eyeshadows, but we are on the second to last update, I guess. So next month will be the last update. December will be the finale of this project, and I am so excited. This has been a huge confidence boost, I guess, on my abilities to pan eyeshadows. So this time last year, I think, was the first time I ever hit pan in an eyeshadow, and it's just ignited such a love of a sense of accomplishment doing it. So I have been loving this project. I have hit so many pans this year, but I'm excited to share all of the things that are going to be rolling out. It's going to basically be a brand new project this time. It's exciting. I am so excited about this. Yes, I did film 2 videos back to back wearing the same outfit, same look, same everything. That's okay. We're trying to prepare. I have, the end of the year is pretty busy right now for us. November is basically my family's birthday season. So, and then December, obviously the holidays. So, and then we have some big things happening to Josh and I's life in the next coming months. If you've seen it on Instagram, don't spoil it below, but I know some of you have catched it or caught it on my Instagram. So just a lot of things. I will be doing a get ready with me with some life updates next month, kind of discussing some things. And I'm looking forward to 2021. I know everyone says it, but as crappy as this year has been, it's brought a lot of joy to Josh and I's life, and I could not be happier about it. So without kind of diving into a spiel for too long, I'm going to show you, we'll just put the color story that we were working with on the screen. And if you are, I guess I should just preface with, if you are new to my project pans, I always have tallies and uses and everything up here in this general area. That way I don't have to tell you how many uses I did this month, how many uses I've done total, that kind of thing. It helps streamline these videos, and I think that it's just, for me, it's a little bit more manageable. We're gonna start with what has been in the project the longest, and we work our way down towards what was in the most recent roll-ins, I guess. So the first item comes from my Sailor Moon Pretty Guardian palette. I had the shade Justice. You should be seeing a picture here on the screen. So we had a good size dip in it last month, and this month we have hit pan in this. I really honestly did not expect to hit pan in this, but now we have a lot of use in here. So we have the pan here, the pan there, and now this guy completely used up. So this palette, I brought it into my life I bought it in February. It came into my life in March, but we put some wear and tear in this gal. So I'm really happy. I love this palette. Very, very happy to have hit my goal in this one. So shade number 1. The next one comes from my Juvia's Place Masquerade palette. If you're new, I have the one that's larger than my head. This is a gigantic palette, and we were working on the bright pink shade called Bori, and I am extremely pleased to announce that we have hit pan in this beautiful shade here. I have been using a lot in looks. Clearly if there's pan in it, I've been using it a lot in looks. I used it quite a bit paired with a lot of the shadows that have been in this project. I did do a using every shade in my Pan Those Eyeshadows in a look. I will have it linked up above and down in the description box. So I have been using this quite often. I've used this to blend out the blue shade, turn the blue shade into a purple shade with this, blend out another shade that we're going to be talking about in a minute. It's just been really lovely to have this in. I didn't realize how nice this shade was going to be until we had the other shades in with it. So it's been really, really lovely having this shade and being able to work on it and make this palette look a little bit more loved. This large palette, it's hard for me to reach for it. So I have been toying with the idea of depotting this, but at the same time, I like having the beautiful packaging of the palette because I think that this is just beautiful artwork, honestly. So second shade, we get to roll in and roll out. Then we go to another Juvia's Place palette. This is my favorite Juvia's Place palette. This is the Saharan by Juvia's Place. The shade that we were working on was that matte orange shade called Jamila. And again, happy to report there is a pan in that guy. So I got a lot of use out of this. I could kind of use this as an all over orange kind of look. I would pair it with other shades and kind of get different looks depending on what I wanted. It was a beautiful shade. It was really perfect for this time of year as we are in the more autumnal, like late summer, early fall. It was beautiful to use this shade, and using it with that bright pink actually paired really well. But yeah, third shade rolling in. The Tarte Tarteist Pro palette. This is just like the original Tarteist Pro palette. And we were working on the shade Mod, which was a matte, like cranberry kind of color. And we did hit pan in that guy. I hit it pretty recently, honestly. I wasn't expecting to hit pan in that. The pan is so weird. It's like a crater, and like almost like shoved under there is like the pan. So this was the shade that I used with Bori a lot. I would pack this really heavily on the outer corner and then use a really light hand with Bori and blend out the crease with that. And then I actually ended up hitting 2 bonus pans, and those bonus pans are humongous. I know I kind of alluded to it in my 20 favorites, hitting pan in 3 cream shades. These are 2 of them. I hit pan in 2 cream shades in this palette alone. That's the 4th shade now. I get to roll out and roll a new one in. Then we go to my ABH Prism palette. I had the shade Lure, which was that like mauve-y, taupey kind of shade. I am actually like, I know it probably doesn't look like it, but I am wearing this shade in the crease lightly today. This one is the one that honestly I could have probably hit pan the easiest, but we have not done it yet. I didn't really want to tank through and use in like really aggressively use this when I was trying to use some of the shades that are older in this project. So I have a feeling next month I will be getting a load of use. So this is going to be staying in the rotation for this month. Not a bad thing. It'll be an easy shade to hit pan in. I'm not worried about it, if that makes sense. Then the last shade we are working on is the shade Brother by the Morphe and James Charles palette. And I did depot my James Charles palette. I got a lot of suggestions on how to wear this. Pair it with a yellow, make a green, pair it with the pink, make a purple kind of thing. And I tried it. I used it. I tried it to make a green. It did not make a green. It was a muddy mess. The only way that I could really use this was either by itself or with the pink eyeshadow and make it into a purple. And that is how I've been really using it. And I am so happy to say that I ended up hitting pan in this. I really wasn't expecting to hit pan, but I kind of put all of my effort into hitting pan in this first, and then all of the other pans actually ended up happening. So the funny thing is I'm actually going to be decluttering this shade because I have a shade very similar in my Sugar Pill Fun Size palette, and I hate the formula of this. It is so bad. It does not blend well. You'll put it on and attempt to just really lightly blend it out, and it buffs away into nothing, and I don't like it. I am very happy that I hit pan. At least I hit pan, and now it can go out of my life. The last thing I kind of want to mention is I hit another bonus pan, and that was in my Morphe James Charles shade Canvas. The lighting is awful. I'm truly hoping that you can see that pan. I don't really know if it will show you. I did hit pan though. If I can take a picture and put it in to just show you like how the pan, but I'm very happy that I hit pan. This was the first cream shadow that I hit pan in, and then those other 2 creams actually were hit, and I'm pretty darn excited. So all in all, I ended up hitting pan in 8 different eyeshadows this month, which was just astronomical to me. So I want to kind of just talk about pan percentage a little bit. So I have decided to declutter a few items out of my eyeshadow collection, just things that I wasn't using, things that I don't have any purpose to hold on to anymore, and things that I'm just generally not going to reach for, and I know that I'm not going to reach for. So last month I had 465 eyeshadows. This month, including getting rid of the Brother shade, so really Brother's not going to be counting in my pan percentage, but getting rid of Brother, I now have 462 eyeshadows. I have hit pan in 63 eyeshadows, which means my pan percentage is 13.64. So again, we are approaching that 20%, but with 2 months left of the year, I really don't think that that's going to be a possibility to hit pan in 20%. I believe it was, I don't exactly remember when I calculated it. I needed 93 eyeshadow pan in them in order to meet the 20%. I think it might be a little bit less now, but that means I need 30 more eyeshadows to reach 20%, which I don't think is going to happen. I mean, granted, I hit 8 this month alone, so if I really like powered through and went a little crazy, I probably could hit 30. I don't think that that's likely. So realistically, I think this year I will probably get to maybe 15, maybe 18%. Maybe next year we'll get to 20%. I'm fairly confident we could get to 20% next year, barring I don't buy any eyeshadows and I just start decluttering like crazy. So 438. Okay, so I have the numbers 1 through 438 up on my Pretty Random app. So all I'm going to do is start hitting this button. So 126, 119, 118, and the last number, wait, no, I get 5, right? Yeah, I get 5. I do 6 numbers because I'm a lunatic, but I have 2 more rolls, 289 and 256. So I'm going to go take a look at what those are. I'm going to grab them and I will be right back. I'm actually pretty excited about like what I rolled in, but I am also a little nervous because I know one of these is going to take legitimately ages to hit pan. Well, 2 of them for sure are going to take eons to hit pan in, which is fine. They're probably going to last until the end of the year, and then we will roll them out accordingly based on the finale. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to swatch my shade from my ABH palette. Okay, so that is the shade Lure from the Anastasia Beverly Hills Prism palette. So this shade is going to be continued to work on, which excited about that. And then almost everything else came from my single shadows, which I keep in this excessively large JD Glow that is actually filthy. Like, it's so grubby by now, but I keep everything in my singles in this palette, and 4 out of the 5 shadows were single. Well, I guess 5 out of the 5 shadows were singles. One of them was an individual pot of eyeshadows. So I'm going to go from what we rolled in first to what we rolled in last. So I've put everything in another magnetic palette. So the first shade I rolled in was number 1. Surprisingly, the majority of these are all the same brand. So shade number 1 I rolled in comes from Looxi Beauty, and that is this shade here called Doppio. It is just a almost completely untouched matte, cool-toned brown. It's almost like a grayish, like a deep grayish. A little similar. It's surprising. It's like surprisingly similar. Different enough, but surprisingly similar. So just build it up over here a bit. Okay, and then the next shade was number 119, which is again another Looxi shadow. This is the shade Duperstar. This is one of my, I think I talked about this as my favorite Looxi shadow that I bought. Just something about this kind of tone in particular, these like duochrome purple to blue kind of shades. I love these kinds of tones so much. And this one in particular is so lovely. So I'm actually pretty excited to have this for this time of year. I'm very excited. So the swatch isn't going to do it justice. I'll have like a swatch picture that'll look a little bit better, but that is what that looks like. Let's just do a 1 over. Then 118, another Looxi shadow. This time we're going a little warmer toned. This is the shade Sundaze. It's just a pretty dry formula orange. I was going to say yellow. It's an orange. It's not as creamy metallic as that other shimmer. It's just a little bit drier of an orange. So hopefully you can see the lighting's a little, it's washing out a bit. But that is maybe that shade there. You can see a little bit, hopefully. So the last single magnetic eyeshadow that I pulled is actually Colourpop in Frequency, which looks like such a good shade to pair with Sundaze. So I probably will like do an office look and it'll be just those shades. So this is the shade in Frequency, again by Colourpop. Oh, that is really, that's a lot deeper than I thought it was going to be, which I'm not mad at. I really like that. So very excited to get more use out of my Colourpop singles. But again, this is a very dry Colourpop formula, so it's going to take forever to hit pan in this one. And then the last new shade that we get to roll in is actually a potted single shadow. This is my Ulta Beauty Lustrous Foil Eyeshadow in the shade Silver Leaf. This is a pretty malleable formula, so I don't know exactly how much product is in here, but I don't think that it'll take forever to hit pan in. It is an absolutely beautiful shade. It's just extremely, extremely metallic. It's one of those flaky foils as well, so it's just so cool. And it's so unbelievably metallic and wet looking. Man, that is just gorgeous. So stunning. Absolutely stunning. So I can really foresee a look using some of these like cooler tones with this guy. And then even with this, I feel like that would look really pretty. So that is my color story. I will have a better picture of it go up on the screen right now so you can kind of see and get a feel of what the colors actually are. But I cannot wait to use these shades in a look. Let me know if you would like to see like using my every shade again for this coming month. And again, since we have a load of single shadows, like this is our single shadow. So I'm going to do a build your own palette this month again, which is I'm always so excited to do. And I get more fall feels just from this quad than I did from my last one. So we are like trending in the right direction in the seasons. So I'm so excited. Let me know look ideas that you would do with these ones. I love reading your look ideas and I love actually doing your look ideas. That is a big thing that I really love to do. So yeah, let me know what you would do and pair with this kind of color story. And until my next video, I hope you guys are staying healthy, staying sane, and staying safe. And I will catch you on Saturday's video. The upload schedule was a little weird this week, so I'll see you on Saturday in my next video. Bye!